Well, one of the best programs historically in Middle Georgia has been Washington County, but not last year. It was a 4-7 season. Joel Ingram's here, just not used to that very much. But you know, you were talking about before we started about there's kind of some reasons for it, and I was shocked in the notes. Your defense allowed 31.5 points per game, and I looked, and that was the highest point total ever for WaCo defense because usually you guys shut people down on defense. Let's talk about it. What happened?
Well, you know, football is a team game of 3 phases, and you know, last year we were astronomically deficient offensively in the amount of turnovers that we gave up. And it was just a problem. You don't blame it on any one kid. I mean, it seemed like the more we emphasized it in practice, the more it became problematic in games. And there was a stretch there for 3 games when we put our defense, we had, I think, 7 to 9 turnovers inside our own 40-yard line.
Wow.
And 2 of those were inside our own 10. And when you put your defense in binds like that, we were setting them up for failure. So, you know, in looking at our record last year, we found a way. We had to play one of those mini playoff games and get in and wheel our way into the playoffs. But, you know, going through that and all that adversity there, and I think that gave us a bad taste in our mouth to work towards this season. And it was, you know, we just had to sort of go on an odyssey to find out what we could do to make the 3 phases of our team get back in unison and feed off of each other and be in balance, because we didn't have balance there.
Yeah.
And you know, we got to, you got to block, tackle, and win the turnover war, and create turnovers. And
all right, so real quick, defensively this year, you've got 7 stars back. Pretty much at each spot. Do you feel better about how they're going to respond?
I do. We've got some kids at different layers that have some experience starting games for us. And, you know, of course, we're anchored on that side of the ball by Preston Daniels, who's one of the finest linebackers in any class.
Yeah.
And Preston Daniels, Jawan Dukes, Daquan Bloodsaw is an all-state player at corner. You know, just there's a couple more guys in there that have really started emerging this year that are underclassmen that we're excited about. And so we're just still running our multiple 4-2-5 defense. And, you know, our coaching staff, it seems like they're working really well together. And like I said, there was nothing wrong with our schemes last year. We didn't help out on our end on the offensive side of the ball.
Just one of those years, which is almost a cliche, but that kind of sounds like what it was.
It is, and it's like one of those things where all the good we've had at WaCo, you got to be able to deal with the bad every now and again. You don't have to like it, but you're going to have to deal with it at some point.
Well, it helps to have a player like Preston Daniels. In our next report, we'll talk about what he'll do on offense this year.